The modern pickup truck is no longer a tool. It is a toy. If you walk into a dealership today to buy a half-ton truck like an F-150 or a Silverado 1500, you are buying a fashion accessory. You are paying $90,000 for a truck with massaging seats, a plastic bed, and a tiny turbocharged engine that is stressed to the breaking point. Real workmen, mechanics, and farmers aren't buying that junk. They are buying this. It is a 3/4-ton monster. It has a cast iron V8. It has solid steel axles. It has zero eco technology, and it costs $15,000. Today, I am going to show you why you should stop buying half-ton trucks and reveal the 7 heavy-duty gas legends that will humiliate a new truck for pennies on the dollar. To understand why you need a heavy-duty truck, you have to look at what happened to the light-duty ones. The new Chevy Silverado 1500 comes with a 2.7-liter 4-cylinder. A 4-cylinder in a full-size truck. That is a joke. Even if you get the V8, it has cylinder deactivation that eats camshafts. The transmissions are weak, the suspension is soft. They are designed to drive to the grocery store, not a job site. The trucks on this list are heavy duty. They are exempt from many EPA fuel economy rules. That means they don't have the fragile eco parts. They are built to work, not to save the polar bears. Let's start with the Mopar legend, the Ram 2500. Everyone talks about the Cummins diesel, but the diesel engine costs $10,000 extra and has expensive emissions problems. The smart money buys the 6.4-liter Hemi gas V8. This engine makes 410 horsepower. It is a beast. Because it is a gas engine, maintenance is cheap. No DEF fluid, no fuel filters every 10K miles. But the real reason to buy the Ram 2500 is the solid front axle. Chevy and Ford switched to independent front suspension for comfort. Ram kept the solid axle. It rides rougher, but it is vastly stronger. You can hit a curb, a rock, or a stump, and it won't care. Mechanic warning. The 6-speed automatic, the 66 RFE, is okay, but not great. Don't tune it for extra power and change the fluid every 30,000 miles. Do that, and this truck lasts forever. This is the weirdest truck on the list, and that's why it's a bargain, the Nissan Titan XD. Nissan built this to sit between a 1500 and a 2500. It failed sales-wise, which means used prices are rock bottom. Ignore the diesel version, it was a disaster. You want the 5.6-liter gas V8. It has 390 horsepower and sounds like a NASCAR. The frame on the XD is fully boxed and significantly thicker than a Ford F-150. It uses commercial-grade axles and brakes. Mechanic warning. Some early 5.6-liter engines had issues with cylinder 7 scuffing due to oil starvation. Listen for a knocking sound. But if you find a clean one for $15,000, you are getting a truck that is stronger than any new half-ton on the market. I have to pause here. Buying a heavy-duty truck is expensive if you get it wrong. While the Ram 2500 gas is great, the Ram 1500 Eco Diesel is a financial nightmare that blows up crankshafts. If you buy the wrong engine, you lose $10,000. I compiled a complete database of every truck engine you must avoid. It's called the 2026 Car Market Cheat Sheet. It includes the black list of bad engines and the gold list of million-mile motors. Download it right now at the link in the description. Do not sign a loan until you check the list. I talk about this next truck a lot, but I cannot leave it off this list. The Toyota Tundra 5.7L. This is classified as a half-ton, but engineering-wise, it is a 3/4 ton. Look at the rear differential. It is 10.5 inches. That is bigger than what you find on some 1-ton diesels. The transmission cooler is the size of a radiator. The wheel bearings are massive. It has the cam tower leak issue I've mentioned before, but compared to a Ford EcoBoost cracking its block, that's nothing. This is the only half-ton truck I would trust to tow 10,000 pounds every day. It drinks gas like a cruise ship, but it never breaks. If you want a Ford, do not buy the EcoBoost. Do not buy the 5.4 Triton. You want the F-250 Super Duty with the 6.2-liter Boss V8. This engine was designed specifically for the Raptor and the Super Duty. It uses a cast iron block, massive aluminum heads, and 2 spark plugs per cylinder for efficiency. It has no cylinder deactivation. It has no turbos. It is just a big, dumb, strong air pump. Mechanic warning. On very high mileage units, the valve springs can sometimes break. It's a cheap repair if you catch it. These trucks are used by fleets and construction crews for a reason. They run to 300,000 miles on pure abuse. You can find them for $12,000. This next truck is the vehicle that built modern America, the Chevy 2500 HD with the 6.0-liter Vortec V8. The engine code is LY6 or L96. Memorize those codes. Unlike the 5.3-liter found in the 1500, this 6.0-liter does not have active fuel management. That means it doesn't have the lifter collapse issue. It runs on all 8 cylinders 100% of the time. It is paired with the 6L90 transmission, which is significantly stronger than the 4-speed found in older trucks. Mechanic warning. The exhaust manifold bolts snap off. Every Chevy does this. It causes a ticking sound. It's annoying but harmless. For $14,000, this is the most reliable GM vehicle you can buy. Period. If you want to save even more money and get an even better truck, go back in time. The Cat Eye Chevy, built from 2001 to 2006, specifically the 2500 HD. This uses the LQ4 6.0-liter. It is an iron block monster. The electronics are simple. You can fix anything on this truck with a hammer and a wrench. It uses the 4L80E transmission. This is the legendary 4-speed that GM put in everything from delivery vans to limousines. It is indestructible. Find a rust-free one from the South for $10,000 and you will never lose a dime in depreciation. And finally, the #1 heavy-duty bargain, the Ford V10. Everyone forgets Ford made a V10. They were obsessed with the diesels. But the 6.8-liter Triton V10 is a sleeping giant. It makes massive torque. It sounds like a bus. And unlike the 5.4-liter V8, the V10 didn't have as many cam phaser issues because of the different harmonics. Mechanic warning. The early ones spat spark plugs out. The later ones stuck them in too tight. Just have a pro change the plugs. Because diesel bros hate gas trucks, you can find V10 F-250s for $8,000. $8,000 for a truck that can tow 14,000 pounds? That is the deal of the century. Stop trying to impress your neighbors with a $90,000 plastic truck. Impress your bank account by buying a $15,000 iron truck. They work harder, last longer, and hold their value better. If you want to see even cheaper options, trucks under $5,000, watch this video next.